Check.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. Check, check, check.
I hear you.
I hear you too, but hang on, I gotta do draw B and C, even though A and D can hear us. All right, ready?
Whenever you are.
All right, going live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Draw 4 of the 2025 Cherry Blossom Bonspiel here at the Potomac Curling Club outside of beautiful Washington, D.C. I'm Mindy, and I'm here with Rob and Ken this morning for our 8:15 draw.
Good morning.
We have 3 teams on the sheets today, and we will have 2 streams. We'll be streaming A and C. We don't have a game on sheet D, so we will be having A and C on our secondary stream, and our primary stream is going to be sheets B and C, so you can see at 2 different angles. But our feature sheet will be sheet B, so we will be covering most of the action on that sheet. So, and our teams today on sheet A, we have Team Donovan versus For Pete's Sake. And on sheet B, we have O'Reilly versus M. Dunham. And on sheet C, we have Cleveland Rocks versus Mahoney.
Just one of my favorite things I will be repeating probably throughout this entire weekend is if anyone takes a look at Chris Mahoney's jacket that he got when he did the USA, I think it was the USA Canada mixed bonspiel, or can't remember which one it was. They misspelled it with Mahoney.
No.
So he wears it ironically because he's not the kind of guy who wears curling jackets. But he's
Mahoney?
he said ever since he saw the typo, he's like, no. This is exactly what I want. So because I played against him a few weeks ago at the PCC Stone in Plainfield, New Jersey, and we were talking about it. So he explicitly wants, if he's wearing the jacket, he is Mahoney now.
That is hilarious. Oh, my gosh.
And I do like that we have the full Dunham clan here. Just
yeah,
in
but
two
on
different
2 different teams. So eventually, hopefully the goal is to eventually have the children versus the parents.
That would be great.
I think that happened last year.
It did
I'm
happen last
sure-
year. I
I'm
think
sure
in
it
the semifinals, actually. Nothing like the kids kicking their parents out of the semifinals, and vice versa.
Oh, good. I'd love it. You know, like I love it more when you hear Andy just squabbling a little bit with Scott. It's just like, and
They're pretty good,
not,
though.
No, they're very good. But like, notice I said Andy squabbling with Scott. And Scott's like, okay.
Well, the little brother versus the big
Yes.
brother.
Oh, Andy Dunham, quintessential younger brother. He's the younger brother of this club. I told him
He's
that
lovely.
because we would make jokes, and I just look at him going, you have got to be the youngest. He's like, you bet. And ever since then, he's really showed his strength there. So,
What's going on?
Oh, I was just checking, make sure the sound was on that stream, so it is.
Okay.
Because it's not showing up here for some reason, but whatever.
Oh, that is weird.
so our teams are just now figuring out our ice and our rocks. I believe we had rocks scratched sometime after Tuesday.
We had it done. What day is today? Friday? We
Yeah.
had it on Wednesday.
Wednesday morning.
Yep.
That makes so much more sense for Capital League because I played mixed doubles.
Did they?
Oh, mixed doubles Tuesday versus Cap League Wednesday, and I played a doubleheader on Wednesday. I was baffled by what was going on. I'm like, what? The ice could not have changed this much. So we're working on a pebble to get swingier ice and add to that some freshly sanded rocks. So we're going to get some nice swingy ice, I hope, and a lot of great curling.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yesterday when I was watching, the rocks were getting about 8 feet of swing.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I was watching that, and it is definitely handle dependent, and I love playing on a sheet where it really is a matter of if you are a light releaser, if you only give like 1 or 2 rotations hog to hog, you are going to get punished on this ice. So you have to give a lot more.
Oh, they
line.
just made it
We
past.
actually never started our sheet.
Oh, did I not? I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. People on the other stream.
Just hadn't looked at that screen. It's like, oh, darn.
Do we know where the O'Reilly-Simon group is from?
I do not know where the O'Reilly-Simon group is from, but they were speaking French earlier. So
cool.
Hopefully it could be a nice international team.
I believe, actually, I think I saw a Broomstones jacket on one of them. So
yeah, one of them is definitely
if only we had
from
this,
Broomstones.
If only we had this crazy contraption that would maybe pull information up at the moment's notice.
If I only had the whole internet in my pocket.
The what?
The whole internet in my pocket.
What's the whole internet?
Well, it's different than the regular internet. With the silent W.
We're here all day, y'all. We're here all day for you.
The donut hole internet.
Ooh.
You know what? I could really go for a donut. David Schlinger, if you're listening, I would really love a mochi donut right now. There's this really great mochi donut place up near where, like, around the neighborhood where he lives, like probably 15 minutes away. It is delicious.
They are a Broomstones team. We're in Pool D play.
Okay.
So Cleveland Rocks is based out of Cleveland Skating Club. Mahoney's a Bucks team. I love them. Donovan, which I believe you said was already on the ice. Donovan is from Diamond State. O'Reilly is Broomstones. For Pete's Sake is out of Rock Creek Curling, which I believe is one of the two Denver clubs.
It's the one at Lafayette, but it has Jimmy Fallon, Pete is over there, and Brandon Morse, who's from Potomac.
Okay.
So it's like a Colorado. So Pete, Jimmy moved to Denver.
Right.
And I don't know where Pete is at. But Pete moved somewhere too.
I do like the fact that they are doing old-fashioned sweaters.
Well, Pete made those from scratch.
Okay, Pete, I love you. You're
Pete's
great.
Amazing. Pete's amazing.
I'm also I was also slightly confused. Going, are you from New Brunswick? Because that's pretty awesome. Nice sweater.
So one of the handles out there says, I think for Pete's sake or something. That's his Pete.
Cool.
That's not Pete.
And then Dunham Mike is from Philadelphia. So
yep.
I'm sure they're quite liking the curl, but then at the same time they probably play at Bucks all the time too. So they're
for sure
used to that.
For sure.
Florida Man. Brian no, sorry. That's the wrong Florida Man. Florida Man is the skip, Michael Dunham. sorry, Brian. You're not Florida Man.
Nice little take out there.
Nice take out there, buddy. What are we looking at here on sheet B? We got yellow sitting 2.
Yellow is currently sitting 2. Over on sheet C, yellow is currently sitting 3.
Yeah.
And on sheet D, nothing. Sheet A, yellow is sitting 1, but so Pete is sitting 1, but Donovan is knocking at the door.
I like this setup here. I love 2 corner guards. I also start to choke up a little bit when you start playing against teams who know how to use corner guards, because I'm like, oh, you do? This is wonderful. Why
do you like 2 corner guards?
I like 2 corner guards because it is putting a stamp early on the game that it is a offensive end. This is going to be, we are here to get points. And it will be a matter of getting your first rock early, getting your first point really early, and just making it easy hits to get your second point. So I really like a double guard here.
And Mike Dunham asking for a draw behind.
Right.
Those 2 beautiful little red corner guards.
And this is a good opportunity for, again, this is where I love the draw game with the two corner guards.
Yeah.
So because so many times you get a lot of teams that, like, they see one corner guard or they see a guard that goes deep, and it just becomes the hit game. And I like the finesse game a little bit. And Brian,
that didn't work out.
Brian
just
finding
crashed.
out just how swingy that center line draw is. That thing was moving out of his hand, and the line was right on the center line. So he had beautiful release onto it. It just needed a lot more line for that one.
I think that's actually what he wanted at that weight.
He wanted to clip it?
Well,
I thought it was the draw.
He doesn't have hammer, so he wanted to get rid of that corner guard, and he got a center guard. So
because when he gestured with the broom, he gestured behind it onto the T line to draw behind.
Okay, he did? Okay.
This is a great plan B, though, because the guard was high enough that if it was, like, heavier weight, you're going to get that roll to the corner, which is nice. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's just, oh, look at that curl. Keep going, keep going. Beautiful
Yeah,
draw
it's
here.
like a lot of curl.
I'm going to assume that this is Fran O'Reilly based on the name tags. That is Fran, yeah, based on the
That's Fran.
hanging tags, yeah.
And the name tag.
Yeah.
And the name
It was a
tag.
beautiful curl, just a lot of weight there. So we'll have Florida man Michael Dunham.
Florida man.
Please tell me you've heard his stories.
Well, only a few, but I don't
Isn't
think
it
I've
more
heard
like
Florida man.
Philadelphia, shouldn't it be?
Philadelphia.
No, he's Philadelphia.
Over on sheet C, the first skip stone for red coming down. Yellow is currently sitting 3. And they're going to try and tap this back. And, oh, not quite hard enough, but they have cut them to 2. And the red is nicely buried. But it can be popped out. But Mahoney,
I don't think Chris is.
Mahoney looking for.
Yeah, that's not anything they're really worried about.
No, they're going to draw in.
Figure out their draw way. Tuck one in top 8 would be. Actually, they probably need to tuck one top 4 because you don't want to risk them hitting and rolling to get to the red. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, they were looking much more top 4.
And sheet B, Mike Dunham with his first draw attempt here also looks a bit on the hot side.
It's going to be back 8. It's going to be fine.
Oh, it's checking up nicely. But nice back 8. God, that's such. I want to play on this ice. This is so nice and swingy.
It's really swingy. You could do. There were people doing crazy shots last night because they were getting like 8 feet of swing.
Yeah.
If they were throwing it slow enough.
We were so lost on our sheet on Cap League. We should have just known. Just go for extra swing or extra. We have 4 different releases on our team as well, so we just couldn't figure out the ice.
Who's your Cap League team?
So I was playing on Dave Schlinger's team.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
With a not safe for work name.
Look at that on the button on sheet C.
Beautiful draw
right
from
on
Chris
the button.
Mahoney.
Mahoney. Hey.
And then I was sparing on Power and Ham. So I did a double header on
nice.
Cap. I can't feel my arm still.
I was going to say, it's a lot of sweeping.
You know me. I've got a lot of energy.
That is true.
I love to sweep.
Yeah, you know who else likes to do doubleheader? My kid Henrik loves to do a doubleheader.
Yeah, he has a lot of energy to burn. You need it. You need to run him with some double headers.
Oh my God! When he was little, we used to take him to a park and run him like a dog.
All right, here's Bill O'Reilly's first. Looks a little tight. They're already calling tight.
For those of you watching sheet A, there was a beautiful run back.
Yeah,
to
a little takeout there.
Was that foul? Was that Pete or was that Jimmy?
It was whoever just threw. I wasn't looking.
I think that was Jimmy. I think it was Skip's first, or Skip's. Skip's first.
Nice little draw in there for a team M Dunham, and now, or a resulting little tappy. So now Mike going to capitalize, and he's going to draw in on the left-hand side.
Yeah, it would be really nice if he could just sit to the left of the center line in the top 4. You don't want to get too overburied because then you'll give them a chance to like curl into that pocket back there. Just needs to out count, sit third shot, sit left of the center line, really force Bob O'Reilly to a draw for 1 in the hammer.
Yeah.
And speaking of last shots here, I believe we're looking at on sheet C, Cleveland's last rock of the first end.
Oh, nice little tap back on sheet C.
Cutting them down to 1.
To 1.
Nice. So Chris has got to figure out how to get to it or just get a second.
Is it pop-outable?
It looks overburied from this angle.
I
would go for it because if you draw down to it, you still get your second possibly, but I don't know.
I mean, if they pop it out, they possibly get 4.
Yeah. Oh. And Mike doing a beautiful draw at a little bit more to the left than I would have liked. I would have liked to maybe have probably staggered it behind a little bit by the red, but yeah, you're sitting
4.
Team Dunham sitting 4 right now, forcing Bob O'Reilly into a draw for 1 for the first end here on sheet B.
It's definitely one where you don't want to risk it over curling and bumping into the red guard.
And our friends on the other stream, we have hammer being thrown on sheet A by Jimmy Fallon. And it looks like it's going to be a draw attempt for a third. If they can get through this port.
Nope.
Just crashes on the guard. So it looks like.
Nope. That's 2 yellow.
And on sheet C, hammer in motion.
All right, so Chris Mahoney deciding they can't get to that red because it's overburied, so going for the draw, which I think is the smart move because what you just threw. So
Yeah.
this is a draw for 2 for Chris Mahoney, and hammer is away for Bob O'Reilly on B.
So is it going to crash on sheet C? Ooh, they clear it.
Oh
Nice
my God.
sweeping.
Just
Oh,
furious
excellent draw.
sweeping.
And right there for 2 yellow on sheet C.
Yep.
And unfortunately, a multiple of 2 yellow on GB. That's a
What was it, 4?
I believe it's 4.
Yep.
A multiple of 2.
You know what? 6 is a multiple of 2.
8 is a multiple of 2.
That's right. It could be anything. We had a 7 under last night.
Who?
Stephen Enochson's team.
Who is Steven's team this year? It's
Uh,
not the repeat from last year. 'Cause
It's Gilad, and I think it's a team of Johnsons. It's Johnson, Gilad.
Oh my God! Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm sure Gilad is having the best time with this ice
Oh yeah,
Because
he's having a
because
sweet
he's
time.
got such a light rotation that he's probably getting a lot of swing and a lot of curl.
Well, they're all having a good time.
Yeah, he wasn't done. So the super crazy curl was the first draw. The second draw was kind of curly.
Yeah.
The third draw was kind of running straight.
No. Oh, by the way, I wasn't being sarcastic. I'm sure he absolutely loves it because he loves a lot of that motion at the end with the way that he releases. So.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
Yeah,
But
no.
yeah, so they had a 7 under, and I ran into Steven later, filling up his water bottle, and I was like, whose fault was it that you didn't get an 8 under? He says, mine.
Oh, Steven.
And I go, what did you do? He goes, well, there was a wide open port, and I couldn't let him get into it, or we would have been cut to 1.
You could have drawn through it and stuck around like biting top 8, 12.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, they didn't. I mean,
you probably
it
couldn't.
was it had to be high enough out because it would have it had to
Oh.
be high enough. But I was just like, Steve, and he goes, we didn't have hammer.
Okay, I'm going to go on a side note here for 1 second. I have had an issue with a lot of curling merchandise in terms of colors that I really want. I'm an App State alum, so I love black and gold, like the Pittsburgh Steelers black and gold.
Oh, yeah.
I can't find anything that has it, right?
Okay.
I also don't want to drop $150 for a brand new broom. I have 2. I love them. I don't have a hard line. And I could get one. So on the ice right now is a black and gold hardline broom in the colors that I want. And Jim McFeeters, who's on my Monday night team, has it. And I keep looking at him going, if you leave that unattended, I will be stealing that. I need you to know that. And as your skip, I'm allowed.
As your skip, well, you'll be happy to know that Gary from Brooms Up is here. And
Wonderful
he's gonna
segue.
have one. He's going to have one of those.
I have to buy.
He's opening, I think, tomorrow at 11. I don't know if he's opening
today. He's at
Today.
2 hours. Today and tomorrow. I think today is 1 to 8 today.
Okay.
I could double check the email.
That would be great. Yeah, 1 to 8 today. Tomorrow will be 11 o'clock until 3, I think. 3 or 2.
We'll be finding out here shortly.
Oh, my God. Work faster.
Can you go with that view a second so you can see the actual Mahoney shirt here? Oh, well, it's kind of half blocked, but you can make out the May. Oh, not anymore.
Oh, you can see it from the
Oh,
overhead
all right,
view.
the overhead, too. Okay. Yeah.
May, honey.
The misspelled, for
so
those
you're
of you who
dun,
missed the
dun,
beginning
dun.
of our cast, the misspelled
Mahoney.
Mahoney.
We have spelled it correctly.
Oh,
It
that
is
was
not correct on his jacket.
That was literally the most common question that I heard from people at,
was that
Jersey the other day. Yes.
Did we spell it correctly? No, we have spelled it correctly.
No, it was, have we been spelling it wrong this entire time? Because people know who Chris is, but they see the fancy jacket, so they're like, oh, obviously that has to be the correct one, which is, again, exactly why Chris has that jacket to begin with.
that's pretty good.
He's not a curling jacket guy.
Over on sheet A, for Pete's sake, doing rather well. 2 over on the side, and here comes the redstone from Donovan in just taps it a little early. I think they wanted to draw around behind it and sort of sit on that back one. But Jimmy Fallon managing to sweep it through. And he's asking for a draw in center guard, I think, is what he just asked for. But
this is a really nice setup on sheet B for Team Dunham. This is a really nice. This is a great setup to show curlers on, like, if you don't have hammer, this is the kind of setup you like.
Right. Center guards.
I would really like to find this email that showed me that he was open today and tomorrow.
The club email had it in there.
Oh, was it in the newsletter?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the newsletter now. I might have skimmed over it, so hold on.
We do have a chat on our website, and if you would like to chat with us, please chat on the main live stream. Chats for Draw 4 BC. I'm not really checking the chat on AC.
Here it is. Brooms Up Curling Supplies will be here at Potomac Friday, March 21st from 1 to 8 p.m. and Saturday, March 22nd from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Please stop by for whatever curling supplies you need, like replacing a cracked capture piece on your broom.
Oh, do you have one of those, Rob?
I still haven't replaced it yet. I'm so proud of it. I'm just really waiting for it to shatter.
How did you crack it in the first place?
A lot of sweeping.
A lot of sweeping.
Because there's no.
Ooh.
So.
I like this setup for Dunham a lot.
The only issue I have with Dunham, with the setup for Dunham right now, is that it's not Dunham throwing right now.
Right.
It being O'Reilly, you've just given them a pocket to draw to, and it's going to be really tough to get to it. Unless your goal is just to pile in, then that's just fine.
Well, you're up by 4. You
Yeah.
can kind of afford to pile in.
Yeah.
Give yourself a lot of good backing. So if they do hit this in the pocket, if I'm Dunham, I want to go into the top 4 right on that draw path.
Now, I really love the placement of Tom Simon's rock right here, because you're giving yourself an opportunity to hit cross the nose and not run into that back red, if that's the thing. But I think Mike saw that as well. He's like, no, I'm going to do it first. I need to get rid of that back red because that's our danger now too. So.
Oh, so he is going for it.
Yeah, it looks like that was the gesture that I saw. This pretty tight line. So it'll be the first hit line, I believe, for Brian on this ice. So it just hopefully.
Well, and the hits were yesterday. The hits were really swingy. People had to broom much wider for things because as they slowed down at the end, they were just taking off.
Yeah, this took off. He only gave about 1 rotation on the release.
Yeah,
so
it
definitely
just took off.
Yeah.
That was a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But now that red is you can definitely pop it out the back.
Yeah, speaking of red, on sheet A, it looked like they were attempting a red rock, so I believe that is Diamond State. Was attempting to draw in between the 2 yellows in the wing, but just ended up tapping the yellow a bit closer. So looks like Team Fallon with the nice sweaters are sitting 3 and piling in it for a 4th, I believe.
Yep.
So.
Here comes the draw.
Yep.
And Pete and Brandon just sort of escorting it down the ice.
Team Simon, I believe this is Fran again, doing a draw, wanting to get top 4, touching top 4 on the high side here.
Yep.
Sweepers
Oh,
sweepers
is it
are
gonna
waiting.
be too narrow?
It might be actually a little up too.
It's a little narrow.
Yep.
But I don't mind the bounce, and they got a little swing around, so they're now sitting 2.
Yep. I like it.
And you can't double them. Well, you could with.
Well, the second one's just going to jam.
Not realistically.
Yeah, the double's going to jam.
No, I mean, if you skinny the top one,
yeah,
you can double them out without jamming, but that's a very hard shot to make.
I don't even mind. I don't even mind not hitting that top red and just drawing into it, because if they try to do something fancy like slash double tears out, you're going into the pile. So I like the hit. I also kind of like the draw, just to try to take away the button right now.
Yeah, I like that.
We got guards being peeled on sheet C,
but that is coming in at control up. Definitely not peel.
That looks like good normal weight, like a good 9.5. nicely done.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I mean, red is still sitting 1, but Dunham can afford to allow O'Reilly to have the 1 and then get hammer back.
The issue
But if they do pop that red out, they are sitting 5 currently.
Right, and the idea here for Riley, he's got to find the right way to hit this and get a decent flop. Get a slight flop will probably risk you not getting a second shot.
Right.
And then going too hard, you might end up rolling out. So I love watching, like, I think these are all like 2 long-standing curling teams. I wonder if Bob and France have been curling a while.
Well, I would say from the technique, yes.
Yeah, and watching the Dutts and the Dunhams. I love watching when the Dutt and Dunham families play together. I love watching them play. So they do such a great job. One of these days I want to play against them. It'd be so much fun.
Oh. So it worked well.
That's a really good result for Bob right now.
There definitely is no double.
No, there's definitely no double, and they're still sitting 1. They could come in from the other side and use some of those yellows as backing.
Yeah.
But it's Mike Dunham's turn.
Well, you can't double, but you could maybe bump that back red out so it's out counted by yellow, I suppose, if you get it just right.
Well, this is, I think, Mike's first skip stone.
Yeah, this is Mike's first skip stone.
So you could start just piling it into the middle.
The concern that he mentioned, from the indications on the broom, the real concern right now is the third yellow rock. I'm sorry, the second yellow rock. So the one that's sitting in the back 4 on the back 8 on the wing. They're really concerned with the hit and roll that way. So I think what they're wanting to do, the initial plan was to try to draw and limit that danger, but it looks like now he's rethinking it and going for the hit on that top red.
Yeah, I mean the danger's on either side, so
you can't protect everything.
Yeah, it's really. It really just depends. Like, I don't know, because sometimes when I try and make a decision, I try and think about, like, what am I going to be forcing the other team to do then? And I think if he takes this rock out, he's pretty much forcing them to put it back. And so he's controlling the next shot. And I think if he were to come around the other side, I think he doesn't know what O'Reilly would do then. Yeah. Like, O'Reilly would have a few options available.
One of my favorite types of shot calls that I like to make as a skip is also the death by 1,000 options.
Oh,
like if I give the skip 2 or 3.
Swinging too much.
Yeah,
oh, wow, it's really coming across. And it's going to just crash on that guard. Oh, that's unfortunate. But a huge opportunity for O'Reilly because now they can pile in on that side, and the guard's not there to interfere.
I love the draw rather than the hit. I love.
Yeah, I mean the hit's the last rock option, not the second to last rock option.
Yeah.
Looks like they made a decision.
Just because it's in the back of the house.
And Mahoney working his way down to, I believe, getting ready to throw his last on sheet C.
His last skip stone. Red has hammer on sheet C.
And the line looks like it's probably going to be drawing or guarding the shot rock. I don't know, but I know it's going to be in the path of the shot yellow.
And on sheet A, Donovan is going to come in with their hammer shot soon, and currently, for Pete's sake, is sitting at least 3.
Yeah. All in the back, so that's nice that they could work with, but they're drawing into the open side. So.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's, I mean.
Yeah, for Pete's sake, just put that guard up in the middle to make it harder to draw onto the backing.
Ooh, don't overgo. No, sit. All right, so nicely done there for Chris to make sure that the promote, or rather the nose tap is gone.
Yep.
On sheet C. And on sheet B, they're scrubbing that draw. Looks like it's back 8 weight.
So on sheet, so sheet B.
Don't sweep through the port.
Well, that's Mike's team, so that looks like 1 red on sheet B.
No, it's not still red.
Oh, no, they still have 2 rocks to go.
Yeah.
On sheet C, we were looking at hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And then sheet A, I think this is a hammer just coming in, and they drew for 1.
I think
so that's red 1 for Donovan.
I think Cleveland rocks here. They don't need to kill it. They just need to throw. I think. What do you see? I think you can see half of it from the hack. If you just do like a back 8 heavy draw, if you just make contact with that yellow, you get your deuce.
Yeah, you just have to push it back like a couple feet.
And not have the shooter roll too much.
Yeah, you got to keep the shooter's got to stay around.
Well, that's why I like back 8 weight, because if you're hitting on that high side with back 8 weight, you're just going to end up like at least flopping over to maybe the tee line.
Well, where the broom is positioned and given the curl, it looks like it's probably back 12.
Well, I haven't seen his rotation, so if he's got a lot of rotation, that's going to be something. But speaking of rotation, here's Mike Dunham's last rock. It's curling. Needs to make sure it clears that yellow.
Doing a nice draw. Well, I don't think it's going to clear that. Well, I don't think it's going to clear.
Block the draw path. So make it.
All right, and here comes the hammer on sheet C. Sweeper's not on it, just escorting it down.
Now,
I don't think it's curling like they wanted it to. It's going to flash, which is really unfortunate.
Like, hack weight throw there.
So that's one for Mahoney.
And here goes a hammer shot on sheet B from Bob O'Reilly. Looks like it's up weight.
Yeah, they're trying to do that hit off the outside.
I mean, if you hit that yellow perfect, you're going to careen into the other yellow, and you might end up getting 4. But it's coming down. It looks like it's probably going to be board weight, but it's just hanging out there.
It's hanging. Oh, no, it just flashed. All right, so that's one red. Everybody quickly agreeing on that.
Yep.
So first end was about the multiples. The second end was about the flashes. So everyone getting calibrated with the ice right now. 8 whole viewers at 8 in the morning. You all are wonderful people.
Who are you?
And how many on the other stream?
I have no idea. Let me look. 6.
Wow.
I suspect that some of these are the same people. They just have both
Good for them.
Windows
hey,
open.
You know what? Having a 3-monitor setup is wonderful.
This is a lot.
Well, no.
But it is fun.
One is supposed to be for coding. The other one is supposed to be for Facebook. And the third one is supposed to be for YouTube. That's what that's it, right? Right?
For work? What? What is this? All right, I'm going to follow the rock because I don't like that view.
Yep, that's right.
I don't like how far away that view is for the sweep.
Mm-hmm. And the people with the other view of sheet C, they can look at the other stream.
That's right. Well, I mean, you got a good view of sheet C on this one.
Yep,
It's adequate.
Just have to remember to show the house occasionally if it gets interesting.
What?
I didn't put you in there.
Who's doing what now?
Oh,
Robert.
What?
See a hi from Michael Ray there.
Michael Ray, whose birthday was yesterday. I still owe you a drink. I owe you a little birthday drink.
Happy birthday. Oh, can't do that. It's trademarked.
That's right. That's all you can do. And then we have to pay. Heavyweight hit coming down. Dunk. Nice little takeout. They left the shooter around, and looks like Mike is calling for a takeout. That looks like a nice control weight hit. It's already diving across the ice.
Oh, that looks really good.
It's going to nose hit. Stick around.
Nice and smooth curl line on that one. Loved it.
Mike coming down and talk to his vice. And it looks like O'Reilly nose hit. Control weight. We're in sheet C, Cleveland Rocks, currently sitting 2. And they're going to see if they can pile another one in to the top of the 4. And on sheet A, nice takeout by Donovan of one of For Pete's Sake's rocks.
Looks
For
like
Pete's sake.
looks like Tom was just wanting to get a refresher on what the shot and the handle was. So drawing behind the yellow, I believe, is the call. On sheet
Yeah,
B
they're
here.
not going to take it out.
Yeah. Nice guard from Cleveland Rocks. I think maybe the intent was to draw in, but I don't hate the draw. I don't hate the guard there at this moment.
Why? Oh, that was on sheet B a little shallower than they wanted.
Maybe no, I don't want to be mean. That's why I said don't hate it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it when you look at the house. You're sitting 1-2 with hammer, but you're leaving that 4 foot exposed behind a staggered guard, which would be very hard to get out.
Yeah.
It's trying to be nice.
Well, I'm genuinely trying to learn because for
no.
me, I was sort of like, I don't know if I like that too much.
Well, don't forget, though, Mindy, I am,
but I
in
do
fact,
like double guards.
to quote my friend Mindy Carlson, I am, in fact, a sloppy curler.
That
so
is correct.
I mean, yeah.
I stand by that.
The only reason I'm here this morning, ladies and gentlemen, is because last night, and I am not salty about this at all, last night I'm just enjoying, I just got off of work, had me some dinner, enjoying a wonderful evening, decided I want to see how my friends are doing on the commentary for curling. Tiosh was doing a great job on the commentary. And then my friend Mindy and Ken just having a nice little conversation, and then my name came up, and Mindy said I'm a sloppy curler.
That is correct. I did say that.
And no one defended my honor.
He is saltier than a bag of pretzels.
I'm okay. I'm fine. I might have immediately started calling Mindy twice on the street.
And then he left me a FaceTime message.
It was never, call me sloppy, that's fine. Call me a sloppy curler, we're going to have a conversation. Because if anything, I sweep too much to be sloppy.
I stand by my statement. I stand by my earlier statement. You can any complaints can be lodged with my attorney.
Who was soon to be Evan.
Who is Evan? Yep, who is Evan?
All right, Lori Dunham here, being asked to hit that red rock out. It's staying a little on the high side, not getting a lot of action on that curl, but nice.
Are they going to be able to sweep it through? Nope, it's going to hang out on the 12.
Looks like it's sitting 1-2 split there for Team Dunham. Team Dunham Dutt.
Over on sheet C, unfortunately, Mahoney's rock hogged. I didn't see if it had picked something up. That's why it was slow, or they had called a guard and it was just a little, the speed was just a little off. Over on sheet A, Donovan coming down to try and take out 2 of For Pete's Sake's rocks sitting there in the back of the button.
Ugh.
What?
No, I just saw somebody release a stone with their glove on, and I'm just, to each their own.
I've done that a couple of times, but I don't like how it feels in my hand. And I think for like high competition, like they're not allowed to. I think they have to.
It's not that they're allowed or not allowed to. It's a matter of they can absolutely wear gloves on at a competition level if they're on the holding onto the rock and releasing. They're absolutely allowed to. There's no rule against it.
Okay.
The only problem is you do not know when your hand lets go versus whether or not the glove is off the handle, right?
Oh.
So if you have something tacky in terms of like something really sticky, and you're holding onto the rock, you might have thought you've let go.
Oh, but you haven't.
But
really.
you don't know if you've really let go of the rock yet.
Well, and
so it makes for a cleaner release. And there's been some members here at Potomac and some people at Bucks and Plainfield, and I've seen them wearing like wide receiver catching gloves, and they're still holding onto the rock. And I'm like, if you ever wonder why you might have crossed your body or flicked it wide,
that would be why.
That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just didn't like how it felt. Like I couldn't feel the speed of the rock quite accurately.
Exactly. You couldn't feel the handle. You couldn't feel. There's something about having that tactile feel. It makes you feel more intuitive about how that rock is gliding on the ice.
Yeah. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Although I am thinking about buying myself some mittens because I'm constantly cold.
Those mittens are wonderful. I think absolutely if you're skipping
Yeah.
and you're not moving a lot. Like my sweeper's gloves, I don't like to skip with my sweeper's gloves.
Same. Because
So,
my pinky fingers just get so cold.
I definitely suggest. And again, Gary, when Gary opens up, go take a look at those. I believe it's the gold line. No, Asham has some good mittens.
Asham has good mittens.
Yeah, I like those. Olsen has decent mittens, but I like the Ashams a little bit better.
Okay. Why do you like those better?
I think they're more. I think they're more insulated and more sturdy.
Okay. Oh, nice little tick out. Although Mike doing a really good job of getting that red rock swept to the back of the house where it's just a little biter, and his rock is still half on the house, so it's out counting that little biter.
It's always funny to look at the top-down menu because when you look at, I'm looking at that back red from right over Brian's shoulder.
Yep.
You could barely see a third of it, but here on the top-down, it looks like it's a lot more exposed.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it has a lot to do with that gap. Oh, the telestrator would have been wonderful there.
Oh, the telestrator would have been wonderful
having
there.
that like 6 feet.
I gotta ask Ken how I get that up. How do we get the telestrator up?
Yeah. Brian Dutt's rock
where am I?
is
Right. Tab.
trying to get to it. Is he going to make contact? Just misses it by a little bit. Great weight on that one. Just not going to get a lot of curl. Didn't get a lot of curl on that. So now Bob Riley is still sitting second shot, but they have an opportunity to either pick the yellow out if they like or try to draw behind it. And I think, yeah, they're currently talking right now about just hitting the yellow and rolling over to the center line.
No.
And while they're discussing over on sheet C, it looks like we have Red Rocks last for team.
I'm going to show all houses while I try and figure out where the telestrator is.
So on sheet C, we have Red Rock away for Cleveland Rocks. I lied. They have Hammer, so this is the first of 2 skips rocks for Cleveland Rocks here. And the goal here is just to try to get behind those staggered guards to start building up at least a skip's deuce because Bucks is sitting shot right now. Looks like they're cleared the guard enough. Are they going to get enough weight to get to the 4-foot, though? It looks like it's going to just end up being a full 12 or half 12. Good attempt.
It wasn't showing it. Weird. Okay.
And Chris Mahoney trying to, I think the call will be trying to beat them to the draw on that side. And that's where all their attention is right now. So, yeah, they're calling for either the draw to sit to, and if they throw in a guard, that's okay too.
Oh, hilarious.
On sheet B, we got first Red Rocks away here on the skips for Bob O'Reilly.
All right.
And it looks like they're trying to cut in right behind that yellow as a draw. Getting a lot of action there, a lot of curl, I mean. Sweepers on it to try to not touch the yellow.
Is it on then? I hit stream
Weight looks real good. Just back four weight, back button weight. And from the warm room, you see just a sliver of it. So, really.
Okay. And here comes this rock. Oh, it just bounced off over on sheet A. All right, I'm going to see if I actually made the telestrator work. So he would like to come in there. He's going to come from this. Hey.
Yeah.
It worked. Now how do I get rid of it? Trash?
So it looks like the idea is going to be with this same idea, but probably frozen right onto that back four red.
Oh, can I?
He did notice that once you get past that hog line, you are going to get a lot more curl, which is.
So how can I change the view? And then it will pop up there eventually?
So you got Michael Dunham throwing his first for the third end here, trying to just freeze onto that back red. On sheet C, we're about ready to have hammer thrown for Cleveland Rocks. And on sheet A, we're about ready to have hammer thrown for Yellow Rocks. So they're already sitting 3, so this is a draw for 4 for Fancy Sweaters Fallon.
Sweaters Fallon. So they want to come.
Ooh, really nice line, but just a little up.
So are they going to promote up, or are they going to try and
No, I think this is a proper. This looks like it's a draw through the wing port.
Okay. The wing port. I mean, way outside.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was a flash, but it was still a score of 3 for yellow on sheet A.
BCO. Okay.
And I believe they're going for the hit and roll on sheet C for hammer, but it ends up snapping a little bit at the end, but with the roll, with the raise of the yellow, but still only gave up 1 on there. So Chris Mahoney getting 1 on sheet C. And here we go on sheet B with Bob O'Reilly's last at the end here. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to write that down. Sorry, Pete.
Fancy sweaters, Fallon.
Fancy sweaters.
If they can get full 8 here, that'd be really nice. But it looks like on sheet B they're just going for the draw.
Wait, what?
The guard, I mean,
3 yellow.
slides it nicely. Are they sitting second shot? Can we get the top-down view on sheet B?
Yeah, I can get that top down view.
So it looks like red just outcounts the yellow, so they're currently sitting 2. So Mike Dunham got a question here of just drawing for 1. Do we do a hit for the deuce? So Mike elected to go for the in-turn draw. That way, if he's just a hair up, he can wick off that yellow. The drawing against 2 here for a single. But the most important question is, Mindy,
Yeah.
how do you feel about the telestrator?
I am in love with the telestrator.
Okay. All right, draw attempt here for Mike Dunham. Hammer shot for the third end here. Sweepers are on it for weight.
Vice coming out to help. It's not quite got the weight.
Well, there's the curl now, but is it gonna? Yeah, it tends to. Oop.
They gotta pull it. They gotta pull it. Pull.
Line was looking really good. They just needed like 2 more feet.
So red for sure won. Do you think they're gonna measure?
I don't know.
Nope.
No, I think they were.
They kicked
they
it.
trusted Lori enough when she said it was the red.
Okay. So did they hold up 1 finger or 2 fingers, though? I was looking at the screen.
I believe it was a steal of 2, but we'll wait for them to confirm it.
Oh, they're running on the ice. It always makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, same.
Yep, 2. All right, O'Reilly 3, Dunham 4. O'Reilly coming back with a strong end. Over on sheet A, skip Jimmy Fallon for Pete's sake, asking Brandon Morse for a double takeout.
Hey, Mindy.
Yeah.
While we're getting started on the ends here, can you explain why I'm a sloppy curler? I'm not salty at all. I'm just wanting an explanation.
I said it because I knew it would piss you off.
Congratulations, it worked.
You're welcome. No, I actually think that you're pretty precise.
Call me a sloppy curler or a bad sweeper, and it would definitely make me mad.
No, I think actually you're a good sweeper and you're pretty precise in your strategy.
Yeah. I'm just aggressive.
Yeah.
That's how I like to play the game. All right.
Which is
Lori Dunham
absolutely fine.
Sweeping her booty off there to make sure she gets contact on this red. She got contact. Great sweeping. Great throw from Leslie. But great sweep there from Lori. didn't want to say butt. I don't know why I just decided to say butt off rather than booty off. I just feel very bad about
You're
my
very
choices.
Southern.
I was talking to somebody about, like, swearing. I will say every swear word, but I can't say GD.
Oh, really?
There's something about it that I do not like. But
I say it as one word.
and everyone does it, and that's great. I say dadgum
Oh, dadgum is
to
good.
really show my damn Yankee bona fides.
Well,
Because I'm not a true Southerner, I'm a damn Yankee.
Well, one of my favorite swear words is sugar.
Oh, sugar? Oh.
Sugar.
Again, just as a reminder to everybody north of D.C., if anyone says bless your heart, you really need to stop and pause to really wonder what they mean.
You need to examine your life choices.
If someone says, oh, bless your heart, something happened.
Yep, they've got some real doubts about you.
Yep.
But yeah, no, my mom grew up Baptist, and so swearing was right out. So she said sugar all the time,
Yeah.
and so I
Oh, sugar?
picked up so hilariously, one of my nicknames growing up was Sugar.
Oh.
But we would be like, oh, sugar,
Yeah.
you know.
So I love alternative swear words.
Yeah.
The Good Place on NBC was a great example
That
of.
was perfect. Forks.
Fork wasn't my
Shirt.
favorite alternative though.
What was it?
Battlestar Galactica.
Oh,
They used frack.
yeah, that was a good one.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, that has a much better swear word. Like, you know, when you say a swear word, it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Frack just feels better than fork.
I mean, for comedy value though.
For comedy,
fork
absolutely.
is pretty good.
Why can I say fork? Fork. Why can I say fork?
Fork.
Holy mother forking shirt. This is one of my favorite
it's like
lines.
all about comedy. I
is.
actually just did a talk in Denver about writing comedy in mysteries.
Yeah.
Like, so combining dark and stuff, and it was like it's all about like word. Part of it is about word choices.
Mm-hmm. The wonderful British theater troupe that did the show must go what was it?
Waiting for Guffman.
No, the play that goes wrong.
Oh yeah.
So they have a
I know them.
They have a new series out. It's the spy. I think it's like the spy. A thing about spies, or show about spies.
Ooh,
and
I really love.
If you go on
the
YouTube,
show that goes wrong.
If you go on YouTube and you check out their Royal Variety performance for a show about spies, that is such a great play on words.
Okay.
On that whole sketch, I don't want to give it away, but it's
No, don't give it away.
It's about giving spies letter names.
Nice.
The whole play on it, it's so good.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen the show that goes wrong, you should absolutely see it.
Executive
it is
produced
so funny.
by a curler.
Really?
So Dean Roth from the Plainfield Curling Club in New Jersey, he's a producer, not executive, but he's a producer on a lot of these, and I believe he's a producer with a show about spies.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Yeah. So
support curling in all its various
forms.
One
of the things I loved about being a Plainfielder was whenever there was a show.
Oh, nice little double there on sheet C.
He would get us
sweep.
He would get us discount tickets.
Oh, that's really nice.
So it was always nice to have a Broadway. So Dean Roth, if you ever listen to this in the future, he's also has his finger in everything in terms of like international curling. So he's helping out as a secretary for Puerto Rican curling.
I'm sure he is not a sloppy curler.
Mindy.
I mean, I am a sloppy curler. I curl by the seat of my pants.
You are giving me Andy Dunham vibes right now, and I am not okay with that.
So over on sheet B, I really love that draw in to sit just in front of Mike Dunham's rock. I wish that had been a little shallower so that it was actually sitting shut, but it's staggered very nicely, and it's covered.
So.
And here comes Mike Dunham. I'm not sure exactly what he's calling.
I think it's a race tap. It's a race tap, possibly.
Is it a race tap? Okay.
But it's curling a lot.
Because it's about a hack weight shot.
Yeah, if hack weight, if you would have gotten to the high side of the nose, you would have just popped the red.
Look at that.
But it just.
Oh no! Oh no! That's not the stone they wanted to raise. Okay. So, if you're O'Reilly, You're sitting 1 and 3. Oh,
I
no, you're sitting 1 and 4.
I love, like, top 12.
good.
I love top 8 on the center line,
Yeah.
or even half
I don't
guarding
think he's
that yellow.
giving enough ice for center line, though.
No, but I think he's giving enough ice for half guarding that yellow. I think he's
Do
gonna
a
be
little
like
stagger guard.
yeah, little stagger guard. You don't need to be right on top of it. You want to give Mike little options,
Yeah.
and you can either draw behind that like a stagger guard, or you can try to hit or slash the yellow. But a stagger guard really protects your red.
Sure. Michael Ray says Waiting for Guffman is my favorite movie of all time. I agree. I think that is a masterpiece of a movie.
I did not get into the what's the director's name, or the Christopher Guest?
Christopher Guest, yeah.
I couldn't get into Christopher Guest for the longest time. I tried.
And did it
I just
happen eventually for you? Or
everyone
no?
loved Best of Show.
Yes.
I couldn't get into it. But for me, what was I can't remember the folk.
A Mighty Wind.
I loved A Mighty Wind,
It's really good.
but a lot of people who are big Christopher Guest fans weren't really like they didn't love it.
I loved it. It was so good.
I've-
They're doing a second Spinal Tap.
I've come to find out that a lot of my favorite pieces from directors
Yeah.
are those director fanboys' least favorite movies.
Oh, that's so funny because I really enjoyed A Mighty Wind, and they are doing a second Spinal Tap. They're filming it right now.
Case in point.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. Fred Willard. He was a genius.
My favorite Quentin Tarantino film is everyone's least favorite.
Which one?
Kill Bill Volume 2.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I
though.
loved Volume 2.
It was a good one.
And so many people are like, I love Reservoir Dogs. I mean, Pulp Fiction was really great, but there was something about the tone and the tenor and the story behind Volume 2 that I loved.
Yeah, I agree
So
with that.
I apparently have bad choice in films.
Well, that's fine though. We love you anyway. So Michael Ray, if you watch This Is Spinal Tap and the scene where Fred Willard is the officer and they're going to do a concert on an army base, if you watch Christopher Guest, you can't see his face in any of the shots because he kept breaking up every time Fred Willard did it, because Fred Willard did that scene a different way every single time.
Ooh.
And Christopher Guest could not control himself.
Oh, really like that freeze on that.
I do too. That makes it not. I mean, you'd have to do double run back. It looks like he wants to pop it out. Is he going to try and do double run back?
I mean, you just have to make contact with the red with any type of hit weight, and you're going to hit the yellow into the shot red. The question is going to be, where does the yellow end up?
I don't know. I mean, I think there's a
If he
shot.
hits
I
it-
think there's a chance that you could pop that yellow out by accident.
Yeah, there is a chance if you hit it too high, but I think it's curling a lot now. So you're going to lose your shooter, make contact, and then just jam. Yeah,
Oh, see, perfect.
Love that.
Now we know where Andy gets it from.
yeah.
It's from Lori. I think Lori's the one who threw that.
No, I thought it was Brian.
Oh, was it? I was paying attention.
We're too busy focused on important
waiting
things like
for Guffman.
waiting for Guffman.
Michael Ray says apparently they filmed 58 hours of content for Waiting for Guffman. I'd watch every minute. Absolutely. There's so much good in that show. 58 hours.
Behind the scenes. Do what they really should do? A behind the scenes of a documentary.
Oh, that would be
if
funny.
Christopher Guest ever did that, like a meta concept
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, I would be down to watch that.
I think you'd be down to watch that. I think
Here
you'd be
we
down
are.
to do
The
it.
behind the scenes of this really weird period piece movie
Oh, that would be honey. That would be really good. Something Henry VIII.
about the lesser known of the six wives. So like pick the most random sixth wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be Matilda. Or no. Jane. All right, first skipstone here on sheet B. Asking for a takeout.
The line
would
is
get,
looking good, but it needs to
I don't know.
snap
It's
a
going to
little bit.
come.
It's
going
gonna
to.
be nose, yeah.
I
Oh.
want it.
No snap on that. I was expecting some snap.
I thought it was going to be a little more nose, but for O'Reilly, I would have wanted it to roll the other way.
Of course. But I think they were expecting a lot more snap on that than they ended up getting.
Oh, yeah, Michael Ray, played by Parker Posey, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously. In Best in Show, the scene where they lose Buzzy Bee for their dog sends me every time.
I would love to see a new crop of actors, like new 20-somethings
Are you
under
watching?
guest.
Oh, that would be good. Are you watching Dropout TV?
I love Dropout.
Oh my gosh,
It's literally
so
the
good.
only streaming service I have is Dropout TV.
It is so good, and
Rank-
I would like to see them
Yes.
under Christopher Guest.
Yes. Ranka Shankar is one of my absolute favorites.
Amazing.
And Smarty Pants is the best show on there.
It is.
As a scientist and a person who did
Sure.
presentations, y'all, I'm embarrassed by how great those are. So it looks like
All right, Mike Dunham's first skip stone.
sheet C ends up being, I want to say 1 yellow, but we're going to get a final count on that one.
Yeah, I think there may have been 2 yellow. Nobody's paying attention to us. They're all looking at their feet on the ice. They don't care.
Mike Dunham throwing his first.
Michael Ray, you are like, we got to get together. We got to go to the casino. Talk about dropout. Play some slots.
All right, it's looking a little warm here. Might track. Starting to dig in a bit, but it's going to be back
No,
8.
it's going to be back 8, and it's not going to. Oh, it's going to count.
Well,
though.
they're sitting 1, 2, 3 now.
They are sitting 1, 2. By some miracle, they're sitting 1, 2, 3. But O'Reilly absolutely going to like go for a hit on that one.
Yeah. They definitely will need a roll. At neither
Oh,
direction.
yeah.
Hitting it nose.
Hitting a nose isn't going to do them any good.
Or
Oh.
is it a?
Are they going to draw?
They're draw frozen. Oh, that's an aggressive shot that I love. I'm a big fan of an aggressive shot here.
I like that too. I like that they're going to leave themselves backing if
Yeah.
they hit it just right. And I would want it slightly staggered.
Yeah. So Bob O'Reilly's last of the 4th end here. It looks like it's going to be a draw frozen to the back 4 yellow. Sweepers are not on it yet. There's the curl.
They're
Sweep
just
for
walking.
holding the
Oh, there
line.
they go. Yep, they got to
Yeah.
hold it. They gotta hold it.
I am leaning almost like
Just cross the center line. They
Oh,
got it.
come
They
on,
got.
guys.
Oh, they need it for depth. They need the sweeping for depth.
Come on.
Oh no, it's just a little too light.
That-
Oh no.
So that was a very sudden curl, and
That-
it just dropped so much weight.
I
It
wonder if
looked
it's
pretty.
a pick then,
No.
because it.
It looked like
Really?
it looked like it was just.
Well, no. I mean, like the fact that it just slowed down so much, not the curl.
No,
Because the curl looked like a natural flow.
I've noticed this a lot with the draw weights. This end has been it once it settles in and the curl comes down, happens. It always drops the weight like 4 feet.
Okay.
So I think it's consistent.
So over on sheet C, Mahoney hung 1, so now they're up 5-0.
And on sheet A, we are starting in the 5th, and I believe
I believe that. Yeah, they're well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is this is finishing up Reds leads rocks on sheet.
Well,
sheet
they
A.
haven't hung anything for me to swap it around, unless it's hidden back there. All right, Mike Dunham Stone coming in. It's
Gets
just
his
going to
4.
tap. Yep, perfect. 4 points for Mike Dunham. And that brings our score up 8-3. And I'm looking over on sheet A to see if anybody has hung anything.
I haven't seen anything for 4 yet, so.
Yeah, I didn't see who went first. Let's see, how many stones are left?
I believe
1,
yellow's
2,
got
3, 4,
hammered,
5, 6.
so red scored.
So red scored. All right, I'm going to give Donovan 1 just so I can get the screen to flip over on the other stream. Because I know that Donovan and Pete's sake have a lot of fans over there.
How many viewers do we have?
Well, over on sheet A, we have 9 viewers.
Hi, hello, good morning, everybody on
Good
sheet
morning.
A.
And on ours, we have 17.
Wow. Maybe should we actually start talking about curling, or should we just pick a new topic?
Why start now?
So we are now in
That's
the.
a little. I mean, that guard's a little more on the center on sheet B than I would like, but it's high enough that I don't think it's gonna matter. I mean, I would want it to be more cornery.
If you're yellow,
Yeah.
you don't have hammer.
Oh, that's right. I don't have hammer.
So
Sorry.
it's actually the opposite is true here.
The opposite. I want. I want
if-
it more on the center.
center
Why
line.
isn't it on the center line?
You willed it into a middle corner existence.
I did. See, and this is why we know that I'm the sloppy curler.
She said it. She said it.
That is correct.
And I'm not. I need you to say that, please. Please just say it out loud. I'm not a sloppy curler. Your opinion means so much to me. Validate my abilities, please.
You're absolutely a sloppy curler.
The only reason I'm here, y'all, is to vindicate myself.
Well, I'm going to be here for the next stream, too.
Don't make me stay longer. I want to put job applications in. I need a job. If anyone's hired a data scientist or a data analyst, please let me know.
You should look at the Federal Reserve.
I'm still waiting to hear back from the NSA.
That was a beautiful draw behind.
love that.
It just papered on by. Oh, is it going to stick around?
It's actually over curling, so it's.
And it's just in the back 12.
It's
Way
back
in
12.
the back 12.
You can get to it through the port if you really wanted to, but I love the fact that it's like,
I
nah,
don't
let's
think
just
you-
draw
yeah,
down to it.
Just draw. Well, it's going to draw to the top 4
Yeah.
is what he wants. But leave it as backing. It's
I
not
love
gonna
it,
doing
yeah.
me any hurt right now.
Also, I mean, the only reason I like the just take it out is like you reduce the yellow rocks to be in play. You don't, but this is the better call. Draw behind, try to get to the 4 foot first, and just pile them. Then you've got a lot. You have a deficit to work on in the back half of this game. So
She has a very nice delivery.
yeah, she does, and it's starting to curl. So you're gonna get. She's gonna miss the guard nicely, but is it going to be enough weight to get into the house? It looks really good.
It's enough weight. They only have one person on it, and it's going to go right where they wanted it to.
Love it. Great shot there.
All right,
And-
Mike Dunham looks like he wants to peel a guard.
Yeah.
What did he just say?
He said he can't hit. We can't hit their guard because it'll be bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we hit that one, yes, they're still in the 5 guard rule.
I think
this is the 5th rock.
Yeah.
So if they hit, they're saying if they hit red, they have to put it back. So they have to hit their own guard.
And,
So-
the question that Lori and him were the conversation was the direction to come in. She'd rather come this way because if she misses the yellow guard, she can still pop the shot red.
That's right.
Which
and
is-
if she hits the red guard, they
Yeah.
have to put it back.
Which
and
is
it's a
great for
wasted
newer
rock.
curlers. If you're ever wanting to figure out how do I peel a guard, always look at what's in the house and plan accordingly. What handle,
Okay.
if you make a miss, will you still get something out?
Well, and they just moved their guard over
Right.
slightly, but it does expose the red completely,
Mhm.
and O'Reilly wants to put a guard right back. Protect their shot rock,
Right.
which I love.
I don't hate it. Right now, my brain is going, how do I at least get a deuce here? And my brain wants to go straight to drawing behind the guard. Because if I can get 2 in the house right now, I can at least try to set myself up to keep 1 in the house at all times. But getting
the
this guard
handle
right
is
now,
barely rotating.
yeah.
There it
So it's going
goes.
to be a snap here soon.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of like get 2 in, or at least split the house a little bit to at least work on getting a deuce. A guard
it's a
here,
little higher than they wanted, but
And-
it is blocking the
and it's
shot
queued
rock.
up nicely for Lori for
Let's see if it's even biting.
yeah.
Nope,
it's not biting.
biting.
Lori just needs to throw normal here to get them both going. You sit on the high side, even nose, you'll lose them both.
Oh, and Mike calling for a takeout.
Yep. Spinner here, so it's going to hang out on that line a little bit longer.
Yeah,
But it's also
like that's got
Y2.
a ton of rotation. 4, 5.
Yeah.
But that's a great way to make sure that like the shooter's going to clear.
Yeah.
The shot stone's going to clear
Over on
because
sheet.
they don't want to leave any rocks around.
Exactly. And on sheet C,
Yep, and Bob wants to put it right back.
sheet C, we've got Mahoney sitting 2. One really nestled behind some stagger guards here.
Let me show all the houses so we can check in on Jimmy Fallon as well and Donovan.
Possible biter bar situation for Jimmy Fallon. They're sitting 3, possible 4.
You know how much I like a measure.
I love a biter bar. Henrique Kempenich knows how much I love a biter bar. I will never not make comments about that one.
Glad brought out the biter bar yesterday.
Love it. Good for him. Was he on sheet D?
He's on sheet D.
Yeah, that's what you do. If you're on sheet D, biter bar.
Donovan's going to flash right by. Jimmy Fallon going to sweep.
So we're in Vice's rocks. Will be the last Vice rocks on sheet A. So pile one in or draw.
Pile it in.
I love it. Top 8, top 12. I love it.
Yep, pile it in.
There's a point in the game where is a guard going to help you or is a guard going to hurt you? If you're trying to get a lot of points, just pile them in there, right? You've got a high guard, just sink one in there.
You got a way high guard, and you've got a nice, 2 really nice little shallow guards. Yeah, put it in there, block that draw path.
So Brian
and add another point, a potential point to the tally.
On sheet B, Brian Dutton being asked to do the double here. It's the same line as Lori's, but less rotation, so it might have a little bit more snap. And there's the snap right there.
Oh, it's going to tink. So they're going to lose a shooter. They lose 1, and they just move O'Reilly's back to the T line in the 8.
But from the hack, you see about half of that red, so it's definitely hittable. Yes.
Okay.
I just did my lean.
You're going to fall over.
I could stand up, but I'm super lazy right now.
Lazy or sloppy? The look on his face. Oh, no, he's going to hurt me. I offered to buy him coffee. All right, over on sheet B. I really like that. It's going to drift in. It's probably going to sit right on the button. Okay. Fine, Mike Dedham.
Either one's fine.
All right, he wants to hit and sit on 1. And he says that he'll go either direction. He says he can see half of the one over in the 8-foot. You okay, Rob?
I'm fine.
You do know I am just teasing.
Yep. I need to go get a hug, some coffee, and a banana. Also, Mindy,
I am just teasing.
Mindy,
I would love to curl with you because I think you're a really good curler.
First off, that would be chaos, and I'm down for that. Give you and me on the same team, yes.
I mean, and I'm serious. Like, you are precise, and I am sloppy.
Can I be your lead?
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Also, I just wanted to say my only rebuttal is, Mindy, I need you to remember the spirit of curling.
Oh, that's true. Spirit of curling. I did win that award once.
I mean, I did win the sportsmanship award last year, so I mean, like.
We're terrible.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, yes. That's so what he wanted was to hit that and then roll over and set on the other one, and it's just a little too behind, so it didn't catch on the center. So now Bob wants to put up another guard. So Rob, for the guard, do you want it to sit like top 3 or like at the 3, or do you like before the 12-foot, or do you want it to be biting in on the 12-foot?
I'd prefer to.
Really? You want it that high?
You have to think about the caliber of the teams that you're playing against, right? Any tighter guard gives them an opportunity for an easier called run back.
Oh, does it?
A 2 guard, the margin of error is higher on a run back from a 2 guard, right?
Okay.
So you give them a 3 guard, easy run backs, right? Because you can hit a little bit more of a wiggle, right? So when I hear people who are like, I need a guard list, I'm going to do a tight guard, maybe get a biter, think about what you're leaving your skilled opposition, right?
Oh, it just crashed on the other guard, and it's going to ricochet over to be more center line and into the 12.
So this actually, it might not have been what they called, but I don't hate this because it's staggered enough that you cannot get to, you say on the high side of that red.
Yeah.
I
don't think it's doubleable.
It's not. Well, it's not. if you throw Andy Dunham 6-second, it is doubleable. But if you throw like a 9-second hit, you're gonna run it, but you're not gonna get them both gone.
Okay.
So
well, and it looks like they're gonna come in and draw from the other side and tick it in.
I think the setup shot for this is if you sit yellow frozen to that red.
Yeah.
I don't need to hit it yet.
Okay.
But I need to give me something where I can get a multiple later. So frozen, I like.
Okay. I am not patient when it comes to my strategy, so
well,
I'm learning a lot.
But the problem with the patience, though, is that you have to rely on whether or not they can throw what they need to. If Mike throws this to what I'm thinking he's doing.
Right.
If he does it, he's going to force Bob into a draw, a guard, I mean.
Yeah.
But a guard on a side they haven't played with yet.
I mean,
so
it looks
taking
like
a chance
it's back
here.
8-weight.
But it does tend to dig a lot once the curl settles.
Thanks to that papering.
But that does look back 4, back 8. There's that. Oh, it's coming down a lot. So it looks like it's T-line right now, but not getting.
It's not got the curl that they wanted.
It was the right idea, though. If they just got half of a rock over closer to the center line, perfectly frozen.
So is that a brooming situation, or is that a situation
this is the first
where
time they've
you like more curl?
I would say that was a brooming situation because that was the first time they've drawn on that side this game.
Okay.
Or this end, I mean. Sorry.
Over on sheet C, Mahoney is about to take 3.
I'm sorry, who?
Mahoney just
Mahoney.
took 3.
Mahoney. There we go. Mahoney.
Just took 3.
And on sheet A, it looks like we're about ready to get skips rocks from Fallon, and they're sitting bundle already.
Awesome.
They're sitting. This is a draw for 5 here. I could be wrong. Is that 5? I believe it's a draw for 5.
It's it would be a draw for 5. If they can kick that red rock out, it might even be 6 if that one in the top 12 is biting.
Yeah. It does look a little warm. It looks like a little bit of some pace on that yellow. But it's coming down nice from this perspective. Is it going to get it?
No, it's going to – oh, no, it is. It is going to catch.
Yep.
Oh, nicely done. So that's a 5-er. For Pete's sake.
For Pete's sake.
For Pete's sake, every time I see it, I want to make a hot dish.
All right, so this is Bob O'Reilly's first. Colin up from, I believe that was Ann. Hand on the head signal saying that it's a bit up.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly a wick off that yellow. Misses the wick, but it's going to probably end up touching that back yellow.
Yeah, if they're lucky, it's going to crash on that back yellow. Oh, no, it's going to go right by. Oh, God.
They're still sitting 1 buried.
Yeah, and decently
and
buried,
that yellow
too.
And that yellow just didn't come over enough where they just couldn't just touch the yellow and sit a multiple here. So how can Mike get to that red is the question.
I mean, it's so what they could do. Let me do the house view. Here, you want to use the telestrator?
I'm good. Because I would never let it go.
I mean, they definitely
To be honest with you, I love the idea of just shrinking Bob's opportunity for 2. I would draw the same path.
Would you draw like to right here?
I would draw right in that pocket and that side. Exactly. That's where I would like to do the draw. And then that way, if you are a touch heavy,
right,
you can bounce the red.
What? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's fine.
And if Mike is a little light, he's guarding that up a little bit. Anything that he could do to shrink that scoring opportunity for reduce for Bob is the goal here.
Uh-oh.
So.
Can you check? Are we on? Can you check? Because I have rotating on here. I have a spinning wheel of death.
Sweepers are not touching this just yet. It needs to curl. There it is. Lori calling for the sweep now. Oh, it's over curling. Is it going to touch the red, though? Ah. So back 12. Didn't get enough curl on that one.
The telestrator.
Makes the makes the scoring area to get a deuce a little bit bigger there for Bob O'Reilly. So this is going to be a draw for 2 here for Red Rocks.
A and C.
And I'm not sure if that backing allows for a deuce. No. So there's no backing for a deuce here. So it's a straight draw just to touch 4
Okay,
anywhere.
It's going then.
Hammer shot is away here on sheet B for Bob O'Reilly. They just need to touch 4-foot here. It's tied already. Looks like it's going to crash on that guard.
I think it's going to make it past the guard. I think it's going to crash on that 12-foot.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant. I apologize. However, all right.
Yeah, well, not quite far enough. So
One
it's going to be
red.
1 red.
All right. I am the king of malapropisms, so I say the thing that's close enough to what I want to say, but I'm usually wrong when I do it. So, love it.
You know what that is?
What? Is it sloppy? Is it sloppy English? I will accept that. Yes. I'm a math person. I am not a words person. All right. So.
Well, and I've written down in one of the mysteries I'm writing, the hexagons and the bestigons. I'm going to put that in there, and I hope that when you read that book, you realize it's
Love
from you.
Hexagons are the bestigons.
Hexagons are the bestigons.
No, it was slightly embarrassing when my honors university mentor called me the king of malapropisms.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, am I really that bad that my honors professor needed to point that out? She's like, well, you're close. You say the correct things you think are close enough, but just off enough to be completely wrong. Like imbibe and imbue was the one that got me.
Imbibe and imbue. Well, those are two very different
Yes, they
words.
are. But I was speaking because I speak so fast. I speak faster than my brain allows me to.
Yeah.
So I said something about the Golem of Prague. I had just learned about.
Yes.
And
that's a good story.
I said something to the effect of imbibed him with the spirit of the city.
Oh, instead of
and my friend Angela just stares at me and she goes, to drink?
to drink the spirit
And I'm like,
of the city, baby.
imbue. And everyone at the table was laughing, and that's when they said, like, by the way, we've been calling you the king of malapropisms behind your back. We now need to tell you to your face.
For forever. We've been
Yep.
telling you forever.
Yep. And this is definitely the case
Well, whenever I hear the word imbibe, I think of a story from college where we were out having a very good time, and one of our friends had more fun than he probably should have, and so we was at a college. Was at a friend's college, and they were taking him home, and he couldn't make it, so they set him down on the curb, and then security came over and asked, hey, what's going on here? And the person who was clearly drunk said, I have not been imbibing alcohol, pigman, and then fell over.
I want that on a T-shirt. I have not been imbibing, pigman.
Imbibing. I have not been imbibing
Imbibing.
alcohol, pigman. The security guard just said,
Oh, that's
just
a team.
get him home.
That's
Just-
a team name for the bond squeal.
The spawn squeal.
in Plainfield. I've not
Pigman.
been imbibing.
I've not been imbibing alcohol, pigman. And fell over, and the security guard was like, just get him home.
Hold on.
Just make sure he gets home. and they were like, will do, sir.
Hold on, I got it. A note for a future bond squeal team, : I have not been imbibing alcohol, pigman.
I want to see what that auto-corrected to, though.
It didn't catch.
Oh, it didn't catch. Yeah.
No. I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, well, try again.
Yeah. The moment it's lost.
Nice little takeout on sheet B. O'Reilly's going to come into the 8 on the corner.
So on sheet A and sheet C, we've got large enough leads both on Yellow Rocks that it's trying to be an open game. However, Team Fallon's just like, oh, if we know our draw weight, let's just keep piling them in. So It's looking like it's going to be a draw here for to sit third in their Vice's rocks. On sheet C, drawing in behind that high red. They're sitting 2 right now for Team Mahoney. And then for sheet B, our feature sheet here, yellow is up 4.
Oh, and the skip coming out, Bob coming out to help sweep it in.
And Team O'Reilly, nice full 12-foot. And Lori Dunham being asked to just hit ideally. And this is what I love about a corner guard. This is how you play the corner guard here.
Okay, tell me.
If you do normal or control on this, the idea is you hit a thick half and roll behind the corner. The corner is designed to catch these rolls on the hits, right?
Okay.
So if you can ideally get it to roll over that way, that's fine. And then if you just over curl it on the nose, you can flop behind the other one, right? So again,
well, that one wasn't quite as thin as they wanted it to be, for sure.
Yeah, so
because now it leaves it exposed for Bob to just go ahead and kick it out.
But if they trade hits on that one, there'll be a moment where you can't hit and flop, hit and roll behind that corner guard nicely.
Right.
But that's the whole point of the corner guard.
Oh, okay.
Because what do the people with the hammer want? They want to clog up the center, and you're gonna have to hit stuff eventually, right?
Sure.
So if
you're under 5, maybe not.
No, if you're under 5, you want to hit, you just don't know how to.
Just don't know how to hit.
But the corner strategy is essentially you don't need to draw behind the corner unless you have the advantage. If you don't have the advantage, hit things off the center line, roll nicely over. That's all you need to do. Protecting your catchers. That's the point of the corner guard.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
That's good to know. They're calling top 8, top 4 over on sheet A.
Nicely done on sheet A.
Oh, yeah. So they've set it. I mean, yeah. For Pete's sake is setting up a really nice end. They've got 3 in the house, and they're mostly undercover. Donovan looks like he's going to try and sort of do a draw in tap back, maybe?
Possibly a draw. I don't know about the tap back. If they can try, I mean, all you need to do is sit back 4, back button, and you've out-counted all those yellows. The question is to be how protected are you going to get?
Well, and can for Pete's sake, like, push those rocks back into your rock?
Right.
Can they push you back so that you're not shot?
But it looks like the line looks good. It just looks a little hot. Oh, it's going to crash on that top yellow.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Well, I don't hate that necessarily. You've kind of clogged up that draw line a little bit.
Yeah, but now you have a wide open hit on the red for Jimmy just to hit. You can hit nose and you'll still be fine. You hit and flop into the pile, you're just going to make Donovan do it again. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Here on sheet B, it looks like Lori threw a draw. Ended up splitting, so that now sitting 1-2, top of the center line. Top 12, and I believe we are asking, I believe that's Fran, Fran to hit one, if not both of them out. The line looks a little much, so it might be a control weight hit here. Oh,
wow.
Narrow out of hand. It's going to be running right into the red.
Down they got to sweep it to keep the line, and the question is,
if they hit it just right, they still might be able to salvage some hit contacts on the yellow. Not bad.
Not bad. I mean, that was.
Yep.
It could. Oh, and they got a little like swirly in.
Yep.
What is that? Is it a swirl?
It's a swirl to spin or whatever you.
Okay.
Yeah. It just. Oh, and unfortunately, Jimmy just flashed a hit on sheet A.
Well, and that's really a mistake that Donovan's been waiting for.
Yeah. Just the way that Fran had released that.
They're looking for an angle raise. You could.
Yeah.
She was positioning her broom, and they're sort of looking at maybe the angle raise.
I think it's too early for the angle raise, because if you
they only have like 2 rocks left.
Right, which is why I like the idea of tapping first.
Oh,
do the angle raise later, because that's such a shallow angle.
Yeah.
If they do the tap, then the angle raise is a little steeper and it's better for you.
Oh, okay. And over here, Team Dunham's rock coming down the ice. Perfect nose takeout, and now they're biting on that 12 to sit 2. All right, O'Reilly, the double is there. You could take it out.
Yes, you can. And you just saw you just saw a line to do it. The only problem was
you got to come a little bit further on the inside.
Well, the line was you couldn't read it right because the way that the release over curled right out of hand, you have to trust to get it again. So.
Oh, and look, Donovan did the angle raise and popped it in, and now they are sitting 1.
Nicely done. Good tap. Good promote there. And
Jimmy looking at, can we do maybe a slash or something?
I don't know. You could. It's wide open. It would have to be on the. It would have to be on the center line side of the Red Rock.
Yeah.
You don't want to sit high.
Well, regardless, they're going to just try and take that out.
Yeah.
And if they get the double, they get the double. And if they don't get the double, it's not a big deal.
Nicely thrown on sheet A by Donovan. And
They didn't quite get the double, though. Or, I'm sorry, on sheet B. They didn't get the double, but they did. They are sitting. O'Reilly is sitting shot now.
Yep, and Brian being asked to take it out.
Yep, sweeper's called on. Hold line. Off. They're going to let it curl just a little bit.
Good nose here. Little on the high side, not bad.
I like that little roll they got there. I like that it now is sort of staggered up. It's really tight, though.
Yeah, I actually don't hate it because you can't really – the draw path to get behind it's really hard to get to because that Red Rock's guard is in the way of it. So O'Reilly needs to use some of these guards. Ideally, to use the stagger yellow would be ideal, but –
yeah, they could draw behind it, right?
Or
is
you see
that
where?
high? Well –
With all the curl that we're getting, it's going to be tight. I think that red is high enough that it's going to get in the way of the draw path.
Well, at this point, let's see, how many rocks do they have left? This is the first skip stone.
Yeah,
that's a really long run back. I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
But you could possibly try and draw around it. You may end up kind of on the center line.
Yep.
But the port is there-ish.
It's there-ish. Celebrations on sheet C, Cleveland Rocks gets the single. They get their rock, so at least they avoid the bagel.
Yes.
Bagel.
You know what else is round with hole in it?
Donuts. And I believe is that handshakes?
Are they shaking?
I don't know. I don't know. On A.
On A?
I think it's a measure.
Well, is it?
Oh no, Donovan was high-fiving his teammates. No,
oh, okay.
It is handshakes on sheet A.
Are they okay? And Donovan got 1 on that one then.
So handshakes on A.
And they're going to come in and rest.
Fancy
they're
sweaters.
They're going to play 3 times today.
Fancy sweaters, Fallon taking the W on sheet A.
Fancy sweaters. Oh my God. Jimmy's husband is listening to this, and he's going to laugh.
Wait, say that again?
Jimmy's husband is going to watch this.
Jimmy's family? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. That's awesome.
You didn't know that?
No, I had no clue.
Oh, okay, yeah. They ran a big spiel together one time.
I had no idea.
Yep.
It was awesome. So on sheet B, we saw that the draw path.
Yeah.
They definitely needed. I don't know if that was the intended call, but it did move, kind of showing that you just can't get behind that curl through that port to get underneath the yellows. So I believe.
So what are they going to – so they're holding the broom out there. So it looks like they're coming just the other way, and they're just going to sit over on the other side.
Yeah.
Although it was a good attempt. I mean –
yeah. I actually –
they had to try it.
If I was Mike, I would really love to sit full 12 behind that red.
Oh, uh-huh.
Not too deep because it's high enough that you can still – if they get to T-line, you can throw hack weight to get to it, right?
Yeah.
So higher in the house is better to sit 1-2. Not a lot of action on that, to be honest with you. The curl didn't happen as much.
The curl didn't happen as much, and it was super light.
But if I don't have hammer, clogging up the center line doesn't hurt me. Now Bob O'Reilly's got to draw. Yeah, Bob O'Reilly's got to draw for 1 now, probably having to do the same in turn, just a lot more line this time.
Ugh. I don't like this. I mean, they've got, all of their options are not ideal.
If you get your single, you're only down 3 with 2 ends remaining.
No, I understand that, but this ice has been so curly and the
Yeah.
rocks are super active that they're coming and nobody has drawn down this line
Yeah.
for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I don't like this for the it's a difficult shot.
They
and
just
I
need full
feel-
12. You just need full 12, guys. You just need full 12. Somebody take a look at that, please.
Yeah, but I just wonder. I'm worried it's gonna be so light. It's so frosty
No, it's fine.
over there.
It's
Is
looking
it?
good. It's looking good.
Ugh.
It's looking good. Yeah, it looks looking good. Great sweep. Get your single there.
Well, but Mike has one more rock,
Right.
and it's totally exposed.
It's half. Can we see the other angle on that or not?
Yeah, let me get the other angle. Let me get to the guard.
Yeah, that's half. If he
Is it
if he
half?
throws,
it feels more like 3/4.
he's a righty.
Oh, that's true. It
So
is
it
more
would be
difficult
half,
for
yeah.
a righty, so it'll be half. If
It's
it
more-
were
no,
a lefty,
this-
it
it would
be
be-
3/4.
Other way around. Because lefty hack, this is in the way from the lefty hack. Righty hack, you see about half.
Oh, is Mike a lefty? No, he is a lefty.
If he throws hack at this, he'll get his deuce. It's just to be whether or not it's going to pass that guard. And it's already calling the line.
God, sorry,
I was
guys.
holding nice. Whoa. Holding nicely there. Good sweep from the Dut. Nice hit.
Yep,
Get your
and they
deuce
just
there.
wanted to stick around.
Yep.
Yep, that's
I
two so
I got
far.
I got lost there. I thought O'Reilly had the hammer there. My bad.
Nope.
So 6-point lead for the Dut Dunham
For-
team.
For the Dunham team, and we're coming into the 7th end.
Could we portmanteau that to like a Duntum?
No,
Okay.
we cannot.
Okay. Well, at least I tried. I will, Rob. I will portmanteau anything, young. Oh, also, being a cashier has
Yeah.
really triggered something in me.
What?
I will actively look for palindromes,
Oh, really?
and I will call them out so that customers know how much of a loser I am. When I say, "Hey, your price is a palindrome," and they look at me like, "What? It is too early and or late to deal with this."
I once was doing I worked at a university and I was doing some contracts for some adjunct professors, and one professor's name was an anagram. His first name was an anagram of his last name. And I was so delighted, and I went and tried to point it out to my people. What's going on?
Yeah, we went ahead. Speaking of,
And yeah, she was like, "You are a loser."
we do have handshakes on sheet B. So on our feature match here, Team Dunham taking
Team
the
Dunham
W.
has taken the win.
Yep.
Okay.
So shifting our attention over to the Mahoneys.
The Mahoneys. Okay, let me. Hang on. I just gotta
Oh.
get my head together.
Oh, nicely
Feature
done to
sheet
miss that
C.
guard and hit on sheet C.
And then I went 30%.
And a berry behind the
house
wing over there. So nicely done.
of sheet C. All right. And then on stream 2, I think. Do you want me to? I'm just gonna end stream 2.
So if you're still,
Or I'll leave stream 2 where it is, and then it's not showing all of it, but but that's stream.
Yeah, now you can go back to what you're doing. I did that just to get this.
Okay, all right. Let me go back to feature sheet C guard. What is happening?
Oof.
There we go. Thanks, everybody.
great job.
Thank you. Trying.
You see,
my
I
best.
say nice things about you, and
I
you
say nice things about you.
you trigger something deep in me whenever you.
That is, I say nice things about you all the time, sometimes even to your face.
No joke. I really love the effect that just happened. That as they were delivering it, you
Like,
the camera adjusted so like beautiful pan onto the release. I loved it.
I am a budding cinematographer. Oh, they're going to need sweep. Sweep, 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 sweep. Come on, boys.
Oh,
Ooh, look at
Use
it.
the T. Use the. Oh.
Nope, he's gonna kick it.
Okay. All right. So it looks like Cleveland being asked by asking their advice to do another hit. Their last hit was good weight. It just hung out just a little high, so I don't know if they flicked it wide or if it was just a wide line. But Peggy being asked to hit. Nice rotation on this, so we're not going to expect a lot of action, but it's already starting to curl, so it looks like it's going to just take their red guard out.
Gonna pop it back. Maybe it's gonna catch that. Nope, just passed in front of it.
Yeah, and the only headache is now the wide open hit on the shot just now becomes half, like 3/4 buried right now. So Chris is intending for a full 12. Guards fine
They said
too.
3-4 will be fine.
3-4 is fine. I think they said top 4 or back 4, and he said that's fine. So just anything in the house,
Yeah,
as long as
anything in
it's
the house
touching
will
the
be
center
fine.
line. I mean, you've got a lead here. They don't need more guards.
Oh, is it? Nope, they're on it. I was like, I thought it was gonna go through.
No, once that curl happens, it hits.
Well, and they're
breaks a
sweeping
bit.
to sort of emphasize the curl.
It's sitting, 2 behind the tee line, but that shot rocks half, or at least 3/4 buried. No, sorry, a quarter buried behind the guards. So Cleveland just needs a good setup shot here. So freeze to the yellow and/or bump it back a bit.
All right, his first skip shot today.
His first skip shot today.
Well, of this end.
He's being sloppy.
I totally fully admit it.
Oh, you
Fully
admit it?
admit. Oh yeah,
Darn.
I've said it several times.
It would be really great if they can make this top 4 frozen to that yellow. It's hanging out there a bit.
It
Needs
would
to
be really
curl.
great.
Looks like it's also hack weight.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna just tick and give a roll.
I think it's gonna go right through
Oh
that
no,
port.
it did go.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, we all know that field goals are worth 3 points. Is that true in curling?
Oh God, if that was the case, I would have won so many games.
I know. Get a point for flashing. All right, and it looks like he just wants to come in and.
Sorry, I'm just got distracted. I think that people on the ice crew were doing the floss. I just got really confused.
Is that Freya?
No, it's Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. She's got teenagers.
Yeah, she gets the floss.
Or
the high
maybe
level
she
of
learned it
flossing.
from her 6-year-old.
Yeah. So, Mahoney. We are mispronouncing his last name. It is Mahoney. Mahoney.
You can't even say it anymore.
But now we see the jacket properly. It does. Yeah, it's Mahoney, y'all.
It is Mahoney. We have spelled it correctly on the scoreboard. When he got the jacket, they spelled his name incorrectly.
And he's embracing it
And
because
now he
why
wears
not?
it ironically. And I really love the little tap back
Oh, beautiful.
onto the button. It's about half buried, but like Cleveland Rocks is going to have a really hard time. I
came up in 5 and unders with Chris.
Did you?
We've battled many a time in a cool duck. He
Fun.
is.
Did you play together?
I would do anything to play with Chris.
Oh yeah.
I have told him. I've given my number. I would love to play front end for Chris. Chris is one of my favorite people.
Oh, that's sweet.
And what I love about him, he is an utterly versatile shot caller, and I trust his draw weight to the point where I refuse to give him a draw.
Oh, really?
I respect his draw game so much. I don't want to do it. So.
Well, and yellow is sitting to Cleveland Rocks
with hammer.
With hammer. Cleveland Rocks just sort of tapped it back a little bit. It's definitely hittable.
I think they're offering the hit. Was there an offer of a handshake?
No, I think there was maybe a slight discussion.
All right.
But I'm not really sure what the discussion was because the call seems fairly obvious.
Right. No, I think the discussion was I saw indicators that it looked like a handshake conversation might have happened on the Cleveland team. I could very well be wrong. I'm just looking at hand signals.
It could be, that they're like, well, after this rack, we'll shake.
Is it a point spiel or is it
not a
the
point
line score
spiel.
matter? But does the line score matter? Points count for tiebreaker.
Like a tiebreaker.
Okay.
There are sheets on the other end of the ice, or you can see the clipboards. On this end, on the benches, and the vices need to fill out the points.
Get off the nose. Get off the nose. It's looking good. Get off the nose.
He's got it.
There you
He's
go.
got it. It's just on the
right through that
inside.
port. Rachel Holman this. Nicely done. Hit
That
for
is gorgeous.
5.
Hit for 5. And that is absolutely handshakes.
Great job by Team Mahoney.
All right, and that is a final. And on sheet B, we have the final. And we didn't have anything on sheet D.
We know it's Mahoney.
We do know it's Mahoney. But, gosh, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We are going to be back at, I think, 10:30 is the next draw time. I could be mistaken.
Are you coming back for that, Mindy?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Well, you're going to have to suffer through me. I might as well just stay.
That would be great.
All right.
All right, we're going to have breakfast.
All right. Bye, y'all.
All right, bye.